For the railroad ties, we needed 900 pieces of wood cut into 8.5 by 1.5 inch sections. We started off with 5 sheets of birch shop grade 1/2 inch ply, which was quartered for me at the lumber yard. Then I took them to my friend's house where I chopped them up on his table saw in his backyard. Instead of using a wood stain to color the ties, we made a dye out of RIT fabric dye with a mixture of rubbing alcohol instead of water. Since rubbing alcohol evaporates, the wood doesn't splinter. A lot of times when you use water to dye wood, it splinters the wood or gives it a fuzzy residue. And since we needed a print on a smooth surface, the rubbing alcohol helped us achieve that. We screen printed the wood, and in short, the silk screen process is taking a film positive and attaching it to a light-sensitive photo emulsion coated screen, which you then expose to a light source. In our case, it's a 1000-watt bulb. Here we're looking inside the exposure unit up at the screen while it's being burnt. And basically, wherever the light shines through the transparency, it solidifies the emulsion, and wherever the dark parts of the transparencies is touching the screen, it rinses out, giving you a stencil. And then you just dry it in front of a fan and basically you're ready to print. So here we are now with the screen on press. I'm loading the printing platen with the wood. Usually when we print, we would use a water-based ink, which is water-soluble, air-dry ink that has a very smooth feel once it's dry. We wanted a little bit more texture for the wall hanging, so we opted to use the plastisol ink. Basically, plastisol ink is liquid plastic, and it has to be heat activated for it to cure, for it to dry. So we're printing them here and we're running them through the dryer. The dryer's set at about 600 degrees, and by the time they come out on the other side of the belt, they're dry. Here they are coming out the other side of the belt and dropping in the box. Like I said, it's cured at this point, so there's no smudging taking place. So the back print was just to identify and number the individual wall hangings. I only needed one piece of board to do that. For the front print, in order to get the art on there, I needed all 3. I could have ganged up a bunch of smaller pieces for the back print and print them all at once, but I like printing these individually, one at a time. It gives you more control, and I'm just kind of neurotic that way. I just like the sense of doing everything individually. Here they are coming out the back side of the belt, dropping in the box. Again, ink is cured, so I don't have to worry about it smudging, and here's one put together. Oh my, it's a train wreck.